What else is over here? I was interested to see this. This is like a unique thing. I've never seen this in Aidyn before, and I'm pretty sure it's unique to this cave. Oh, and here we've got a nice pack of dudes. Here's the ogre boss. So you might see in his hands there that he's got the dragon fang. But believe it or not, that is actually a throwing iron. Because I have always theorized that the throwing iron and the dragon fang had their models confused. Like, it didn't make sense for a basic hunk of iron to be this glowing, fiery object, while the Dragon Fang, which sounds significantly more legendary, is just a block of iron with barbs on it. But, as you may know, we can't actually change the models of weapons or anything right now, so guess what I did? I just swapped their stats and all their positions in the game. So, technically he is holding a Dragon Fang, but it has all the stats and properties of a throwing iron, including the name, and vice versa for the Dragon Fang itself. So yeah, fixed that one. And while I was blathering on about Dragon Fangs and throwing irons, you probably noticed that the Ogre boss cast Endurance on all his buddies. That's his new party trick. It's the only spell he knows, but it helps to bulk not only himself up, but all of the stupid ogres that are... I didn't mean to cast that. All the stupid ogres that are not as tough as hill ogres like they should be. So it helps them stay on the field even just a bit longer. Honestly, I feel like they really needed it. And I made it maximum rank so that they each get like 20 more health from that cast. It's not insubstantial. It's kind of funny. In order to do that, I had to make the Ogre boss a level 10 wizard, which is very silly to think about. But since it's the only thing he uses wizard skill for, it doesn't really affect anything else in terms of combat. So I figured that's okay. I don't need him to be a realistic wizard level if I want his endurance to actually be worthwhile. So let's tear up all those little buddies while he's doing whatever. He's trying to crowd. Good job, guy. I mean, I guess he successfully crowded. How about I cast Stupidity on you? Oh, and I guess I didn't really point out that, they don't usually have throwing irons or dragon fangs. In the base game, they have hatchets just like the Goblin Lieutenant. But I changed that. They needed something better. And throwing irons actually really suit them, because they can throw them much further and they deal more damage, too. It's just a better throwing weapon all around. I want to get away from this guy. Let's just cast Weakness on everyone. Or okay, just the guys we can see. That kind of balances out the endurance. Not totally, but it chips it. Oh yeah, hey, there's a hill ogre in the ranks back there. Oh my goodness, Beckon, you're dying. Stop it. Maybe I need to cast, like, Air Shield. Sheesh. I'm like talking and not really paying attention to the combat here. So yeah, this is the second fight where you can find hill ogres, the first one being outside, and the third one being somewhere on the road to Port Said. But, those are the only 3 fights I know of where they appear. There might be some other ones in the Goblin Stronghold later, but I can't confirm that. I didn't mean to press that button. Dagger. Over. Okay, yeah. We're definitely gonna want Air Shield if they're gonna be hitting us this hard. I'm glad to see those battle axes have done them good. So yeah, Ogre Boss kind of just generally improved all around. And he always had his own drop table, but he now has some additional rewards on it too. So you can get some pretty interesting stuff from him. And there is one place you could encounter him sooner than this, but you'd have to go out of your way for it. Actually, I think we did in this run. We invaded their little hidey hole and got the wizard hat, but we didn't actually fight the boss for it. I don't know why I'm prioritizing all these guys over the boss himself. I'm just kind of like... He's exploiting his own throw AI right now. He just keeps moving away, and then stepping close, and then moving away. Not actually attacking. What a dingus. It's not his fault, though. That's just how the game was programmed. Although, honestly, I would call that an oversight, too. An ogre sight. No, we wouldn't call it that. That's stupid. Or would we? It depends on how much you like puns. Personally, I love puns. I would never admit it. Except I just did. Get out of here, Hill Ogre. Yeah, we got him. Now it's just the boss. See? Look at him. He got some mileage out of that throwing iron already. Although at that distance, you feel like he could have just reached out and smacked her with it. Which is something else I don't really understand about throwing weapons. Like, I don't get why a hero couldn't use them to attack at melee range, but maybe at, like, a disadvantage, or they just do less damage there. Because you could totally stab someone with a javelin, or smack them with a throwing iron, and it would still hurt like hell. He's got his axe out. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that, I'm not gonna lie. Let's let him... Everybody just back off. Don't let him kill somebody. Beckon, you are too close, my friend. Just in case he gets ya, how about we lay on hands? Unlike the other ogres, I am confident that the ogre boss could make good use of that giant axe and actually clobber someone with it. Why don't we cast Endurance? Why don't we cast Endurance on Beckon, since he's next to the guy? Just in case. You never know. When it comes down to, like, your last bits of health, sometimes an Endurance spell is all you need to buffer you. Okay, good, we got away from him. Ooh, just in time. There he goes! Time to swatch weapons. Alright, now let's get him. Just close enough, huh? I'm surprised he managed to wander that far. Ah, he does have improved armor now, too. I don't remember what they used to have in the original game, but it was something really crappy. So they actually got a custom piece of armor called the Titan's Loincloth that they share with Cyclopses, and it boosts their throwing ability. So, on top of being a little bit smarter for spellcasting purposes and having a better throwing weapon... Uh-oh. Yikes. Ugh. You hurt. You hurt, dude. I felt that. They have these trunks that give them better ability with their throwing attacks. So, they're a lot more dangerous at a distance than they used to be. It definitely helps with their relevance. We are not hurting this guy very much. We could probably use a dose of strength from Aileron. Look at him. Look at him tanking all these hits. Don't avoid the attack. No! Yeah, on top of boosting their throwing ability, the Titan Loincloth does not penalize dexterity at all. And it's a pretty powerful item, too. I think I gave it, like, Protection 8, which is pretty intense. 2 points better than Dragon Leather. Starting to get a little antsy here. We've got to finish this guy off. But if he gets another hit on Beckon... We don't want to lose you just yet, old man. We need you around. Yeah! There we go. He put up a fight. I'm glad for it. How much experience you got, Aidyn? Oh! Thief! 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 I don't want to be stymied by any locks or traps. Ever again. This is the chest. Will we get something cool? No. We got 132 gold, and that's it. But you know, that's better than the nothing we would have gotten if I'd left things the way they were. So I'm really glad that Wrath told me this cave exists. I never would have known otherwise. There's another ogre right here. Oh my god. Are these just regular ogres? They're just regular ogres. Yep, nothing special with these guys. We should probably use this opportunity to patch ourselves up. That ogre boss really messed us up. Let's drink some healing potions to speed things along. I don't know if there are any treasures up this ramp, but we're gonna find out. I'm scared of no ogres. I should be, but I'm not. Yeah. They go down nice and easy, but they don't have 20 additional health. Splat. What a lard ball. He's too hurt to heal. After this fight, we'll make sure we patch ourselves up. Looks like this guy is ready to die. My god, 28 damage. Yeah, Alaron, you're too slow. Painful reminders that Dex is still the most important stat. There we go. Doesn't matter. Their Dex is so much worse. Chop. Does Alaron have the rope? If not, he'd better. Let me check real quick. Hey Alaron, do you have the rope? Oop, no, buttons. Eh. I've been playing RPG Maker games lately and I've gotten it crossed up. Because my buttons are not the same. Yes, he has the rope. We're good. Oh, like the confirm and deny buttons are opposite what I have them mapped for Aidyn. I should probably just switch them back. He fled. Goodbye. Nice. Was there anything up here? Oh, gemstones. Just a pile of gemstones buried in the floor. Take them. We have a lot of gemstones. I need to cast spells more often. So that is it for the Ogre Cave. Who knew they nested in the same area as the goblins? Wrath did. But how many others? How many others knew? It's always fun discovering new things in this game. Always. Oh, we need to patch ourselves up. Because we're all in bad shape. We all got beat up. Heal, 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 heal. Healing. Oh, he failed to complete the task. Rana, heal your friend. Yay. Alright, heal your other friend. Okay, that's good. We're all good as we can be. Or are we? No, we're not. Because Alaron never patched Brenna back up. Yeah. It's not petty. It's tactical. Phew. We could go back through this little tunnel and fight that cave bear again, but why would we? We wouldn't, that's why. We'd do it for the experience. Normally I would do it for the experience, but I'm not gonna. No. I'm just gonna pass them up. I would like to do as few repeat encounters as possible. Here's another guide that only shows up after Katarak. Once again, just a relatively normal group. Instead of a goblin lieutenant, it's a goblin poisoner. Not even a tougher variant, just a regular goblin poisoner. Like, why, game? Why? It's whatever. Look at him go. Taking all these turns, what a nerd. These guys will be no problem. It's actually getting fairly late, though. You can see the sky turning purple. That means it's getting late. I don't know when exactly the heroes start taking penalties for it being nighttime, but it does seem to happen a lot more heavily as the night is setting in. Like, I've seen some fights in the early morning or just before I would go camping that would just go abysmally bad for my solar characters. So I don't know exactly how much sway Aspect has, but it's definitely real. Poison her down. Just the little regular goblins. On top of all these new encounters on the way out of the stronghold, a bunch more have appeared on the road to Aramon itself. And I was considering going through and wiping them all out, but I feel like that would be boring, because most of them are not new things, and they're stuff that we will inevitably encounter on our regular path through things later. So it's really not a big deal if I leave them for later, or don't even do them at all. But there are a couple things I want to pick up on my way to Tailwalk. But we're also getting a little ahead of ourselves because we have to hit some story beats in Aramon before we do anything else. But even before that, there's one more encounter to deal with before we talk to the king. And it's right up this slope. Gotta get on up there first. There they are. Looks like a pretty big wolf, yeah? You'd think it's a dire wolf, from outward appearances. But it's a spirit wolf. And as far as I know, this is the first time you can encounter them. And it's probably a fight that's going to give new players some real grief. Because there's nothing in the game that outright tells you spirit wolves are immune to physical attacks, but they are. So anyone using a regular weapon is not going to be able to touch this thing at all. All their attacks will miss 100% of the time. But this is also the first time that the player is most likely to discover the secret of Traherne's sword, because they might notice, well, Traherne's sword is still going to be a very good weapon that they would likely be using at this point, and they might happen to notice that all of their characters who are attacking the Spirit Wolf are missing, except the person using Traherne's sword. And this is kind of your clue that, hey, there's something special about the sword, and if you think back to the castle, Bowden was using it for magical experiments, so it's a magical sword, and it can hurt ghosts. Of course, that magic is ruined now that I just named it the Enchanted Blade, but, you know. Spikes are not enchanted, so Brenna can't hurt this thing either. Does she have any... She doesn't have any means of hurting it at all, huh? No, she doesn't. I don't even need to look. Unless I want to, like, cast Acid Bolt or something. She's not really smart enough for that, though. I'll let I'll let Rada try to cast Acid Bolt on it. Brenna can just chill. Aileron can try to keep it, like, at bay. He can take, like, a position up on the hill while Beckon wails on it. Where you going, Spirit Wolf? Oh, he's going right for Beckon. Look at that. What a rude dude. Don't hurt him too bad. That was a lot of damage, and I didn't like it. Ew. At least Beckon can dish it right back. Okay, so Rada. We'll get you Acid Bolt. I gotta sell all this junk, so I don't have so much to scroll through. Acid Bolt. I would cast Light, but the wolf would just cast Darkness again. That's just how they do. And that's half the reason they're so dang annoying. Oh, I guess Brenna could support Beckon by healing him, but she can't really get to him just yet. Aileron could do the same, but I think I'll stick Aileron right here, and have him be a crappy... No, he should use airship first. Oh, I failed to cast the spell. That's what we want to see! Man, the Spirit Wolves. They hit so hard. I didn't even have to buff them at all. I didn't adjust their abilities, even slightly. In fact, Spirit Wolves... Well, no. There's one thing I did for them. They have their own armor now. But apart from that, they are the same old Spirit Wolves. Oh, I probably also adjusted their level and experience drops. But, yeah, stat-wise, they are basically unchanged. Same enemies. I guess I always felt they were just annoying enough. Come on, Rada. I know it's dark out. Beacon, you need more turns. Do the job. He's doing it. One more hit and we've got this guy. Yes, focus on Aileron. Ow, that really hurt. Oh god. No, don't kill him! Ow, you stinker. This is why I saved. This is exactly why I saved. Is that our third death? That's our third death. Dang it. Spirit Wolves suck.